The one thing that has been concerning, obviously, is the number of guys that have gotten dinged up or injured early. You had Nick Chubb, who had a concussion from a hit that the coaching staff didn't like. Mack Wilson with the knee injury, who actually delivered the hit on Chubb the day before. And then, we hear Kevin Johnson has an injury. How serious are those? Is it because they haven't been able to do much football-wise, and now they're out doing football, or are they just fluke things that kind of happen in the course of a contact sport like football?
It's really a mix. The Nick Chubb thing was kind of a mistake by Mack Wilson. He hit him a little high, puts him in the concussion protocol. You can't really blame that on this weird camp, but then you have Myles Garrett with a hamstring. You've got Larry Ogunjobi with a groin injury. Those feel like things that you can kind of point at and say, well, these guys are sort of ramping up to football. But with Kevin Johnson, lacerated liver, little things that have just happened that I don't think you can point to and say, well, these guys haven't been able to do football for a while. I think they've just been freak plays.
When you look at that, especially the Mack Wilson one, that's a guy that, by all accounts, was going to be a starter or certainly challenge for it. How do they replace that? And the advantage, I guess, is it's early. You can potentially scheme around it, maybe do more of your two linebacker sets with an additional safety than you would. Or is there a guy that you think, boy, this guy might step up? Or do they go out and sign a veteran? I gave you a lot of options there.
You did, but I think all those options are on the table. I think you could find some help internally. You could adjust your scheme. You could bring guys in for visits. I think everything is on the table with replacing Mack Wilson. I think the good thing is, if we're being honest, we didn't really know what Mack Wilson was going to be this year. Obviously, they were relying on him. He's been running with the first team. They were counting on him to be a starter. But we don't necessarily know what he was going to be. So, maybe you have somebody on the roster who's ready to step up. We've seen B.J. Goodson has been in the middle of the linebacker core from day one, so you kind of have that situation set. A guy like Tay Davis, who's been a special teamer, maybe he can step up a little bit. And this team has all kinds of flexibility if they want to bring some guys in and visit. And the good thing is, even though the opener is coming up, you still have a little bit of time to get all of this sorted out.